There is something to be said, though, about those first workouts, that week and a half after a race, after a big effort. One, you're gonna feel really sore for the first few days after. But two, that mental load that you've been carrying this last 2 months, maybe, normally when it comes in for me, these last 2 months, just all this weight gets lifted off your shoulders. All that pressure of performing, showing up every day, time management, energy, routes, weather, all that just goes away. And you're able to actually enjoy the exercise, which is one of the most important things about it. Yes, there's going to be days, times, workouts where it sucks, but overall, you should really enjoy this. So that's what we're doing this morning. No heart rate, not looking at pace. We're a few days out after some of this soreness is gone, and I'm enjoying this run. Doing a little easy 6 miles, nothing to break the bank. And if something starts hurting, I'm gonna cut it short because I can. And right now is the time to do that.
For months, everything pointed towards one goal, this marathon that I ran last week. We were just about over a week since marathon. It was our B race of the year, and all of my workouts pointed towards this one goal. And right now, I'm in a very delicate situation. I don't know what I'm training for. No long run this weekend, no countdown, no pressure, and honestly, it feels weird because for the first time in 3-4 months, I don't know what I'm training for. Our A goal of the year isn't for months down the road, and I don't want to hop into a new prep right away, so I'm kind of in this limbo right now. And in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about that little limbo phase, that post-race, that post-big event that you've been training for, what that feels like, and what I do to go through that.
Good morning, world. We are up at it bright and early, and we're actually heading to the gym. We're not going for a run. We are no longer running 7 days a week. So we have all this time to fill. And this morning, I'm filling it with going to the gym. I've had a lot going on the last 4 or 5 days, and I have a lot coming up too. And I think the combination of what's going on, coming off a marathon, stress, work, all of that has kind of made me a little under the weather. And I don't know if you can hear it a little bit. I'm like congested. My head feels like a freaking balloon. Like I don't think my head has ever felt like this. I feel like everything's like far away. I think I'll be all right. Gonna hydrate, zinc, vitamin C, lots of water. That's hydrating. And yeah, gotta get some movement in today. We're hitting the gym because like I said, we're no longer running 7 days a week. We have all this time, and the question becomes post-marathon, what do you fill that time with? What do you restructure your routine with? Because all of a sudden, all of that is gone.
It's strange how quiet things get after a big goal. For months, every day had a direction. Every run had a purpose, and every workout meant something. And then all of a sudden, it's over. No taper to follow, no long run waiting, no number on the calendar counting down, just empty space. So I come here to the gym, not because I'm motivated, not because I have some big new plan yet, but because movement is the only thing that still feels familiar. Lifting is different from running. Running was about chasing something. This is just staying grounded. No watch telling me if I was good enough, no pace to hit, no finish line at the end. Just weight, just breath, just effort. I think a lot of people underestimate how hard the after part is. Crossing the finish line feels incredible, but what nobody talks about is the days that follow, when the thing that structured your life just disappears. You don't suddenly feel complete. You don't magically become a different person. You just wake up the next morning and realize you still have to figure out what comes next. This is where discipline matters more than motivation. Because motivation was easy when the goal was loud. When race day was coming, whether you showed up or not. Now it's quiet. And in the quiet, it's really easy to drift. Skip a day, then another. Tell yourself you deserve a break until the break turns into losing momentum entirely. So this isn't about pushing hard. It's about not disappearing. Showing up just enough to stay connected to the version of you that trained for something. Right now, I'm not trying to build peak fitness. I'm not trying to set records. I'm not even trying to prove anything. I'm just trying to not lose it. Not the fitness, not the discipline, not the identity that came from doing something difficult every day. Because once that slips, it's surprisingly hard to get it back. People always ask what the next goal is. Honestly, I don't know yet. And for the first time in a long time, I'm trying not to rush that answer. Sometimes the most important phase isn't chasing something new. It's stabilizing after what you just did. Letting your body come back. Letting your mind catch up. Letting life expand a little again. So for now, this is enough. Lift, move, stay consistent, stay present. Not because there's a finish line ahead, but because I don't want to become someone who only shows up when there is one. Maybe the next big thing will reveal itself, and maybe it won't. But if it does, I want to be ready. Not perfectly trained, not fully recovered, just still in motion. Because sometimes progress isn't about charging forward. Sometimes it's just about not drifting backward while you figure out who you are without the goal. One of the interesting parts that a lot of people don't think about in the immediate post-race, post-high effort, post-big physical feat is the change in diet. You've been used to eating so many carbs and your diet very carb focused because the last thing that you want to happen is to bunk on one of your tough workouts or specifically the race. So we're not really eating as many carbs, as boring as it is. Now we've just got some lean ground turkey, some vegetables, added a couple pita chips for some crunch, some balsamic vinegar, and a dash of olive oil. And as silly as it sounds, it is a big change to your lifestyle. You're used to having to prep and plan out so much of your meals, trying to make sure that you get your carbs in, your protein for recovery, fats for your hormones. And post-race, you want your protein to help recovery, but you really don't need all those carbs, and you really don't need as much food because you're not burning as much as you were before. Now, your appetite's gonna go down a little bit, so it's not like you're really dieting, but you have so much more time and freedom and flexibility with the things that you do. And something as simple as eating a meal all of a sudden just takes way less planning and forethought to get those carbs in. So I'm gonna eat this. I am gonna miss some of those carbs, but I know the scale probably will agree with this. All in all, after a big event that you tried very hard at, it's gonna feel different. Feeling off is normal. It doesn't mean you lost discipline. It means that that thing mattered to you. It's gonna feel really weird for some time, that is for certain. But I've learned after all these preps I've done, all these big projects, presentations, everything that took a lot of effort from me, once it's over, it feels really weird and you feel lost. But same thing as going through a breakup the first time. You think the world's gonna end, and then maybe the second time it might hurt, but you know you're gonna get through that. And that's similar to these marathon preps. The first couple, you feel so lost. The more you do it, the more big efforts you do, the more big things you accomplish, you still feel lost. But deep down, you know you're gonna get through it. I always love to use fitness as a little playing field for real life. And I talk about projects, I talk about speeches, I talk about work, career, life, things outside of fitness, because those are the things that really matter. And doing these preps and then accomplishing it and it being over is gonna make you a better person. The big goal might end, but the person you've built throughout that process doesn't. And that's what you have to remember to take away from all this. PRs are great, running far, running fast, lifting heavy, doing all these physical feats, it's great, but it doesn't really matter in big scheme of life. Just
general health. And doing these things, I believe, can make you a better person. And you might feel lost, but you will come back. There will be another thing that's going to fire you up. Just soak in this time. I'm going to end the video here, guys. Thanks for watching another one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.